Here we go, one more part before we continue. Here is the run winding, the core, and the start winding. I did find a break in the run winding, so maybe that's why it wasn't running, but let's tear it apart and see if we can find something else. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and remove the compressor head and see if there's any damage inside here, but I was expecting this to be a lot worse. The head. Here's the head that came off. This is a little reed valve that sits right here on these two pins and covers these two little holes. And these two pins go in a set of holes on the compressor head itself, or the compressor unit itself right here. So basically that sits in there, and the piston has a little bit of a notch so that it doesn't hit this piece. And this one's two pieces. It's got a I would assume this is some kind of a flow control or a control valve there. And this is the outer part of the head, and they both look good. There's a little bit of dirt on it, but you know, then again, I took a grinder to this, and who knows what got inside. Okay, now to take the connecting rod out, these got some really weird sizes in them. These two little nuts here, the bolts, are 6.5 millimeter, and for some reason they aren't very tight. One of the other things I noticed with this unit is that the bearing is crank and everything. I'm not sure how this comes apart from the shaft. It's probably pressed on. But after I take this piston out, I'm going to take this little bracket off, which really doesn't do much, because of course I haven't taken it off yet. But it looks like I won't be able to slide the shaft out, which I would like to see the main bearings. Looks like the crank is one solid piece, but we'll just have to find out then. Oh, I got the piston loose. It won't come out because of the connecting rod, or it won't come out because of the crankshaft here. Seems to be part of the motor shaft. But if you look at this piston, see if I can get a good shot there, you can see that it is worn pretty good here. There are some wear marks. But I'm going to try and figure out how to get the rest of this apart and get back. Okay, folks. Here's what's left of the compressor body. That's a piston. Not much to this thing here. And if you look in the cylinder there, you can kind of see that it's got some wear to it. Now for today's lesson, when things appear to be pressed together, like the crank to the motor, don't be afraid to use your hammer. That's what's left of the crank there, and after a couple good whacks, the crank separated from the rest of the compressor. Did a pretty neat job there, minus a few pieces. It'll still work. But that's it for today's compressor autopsy. Hopefully I'll get a different one next time. It's a little bit easier to take apart, but I'm sure you get the idea. Thank you everybody for watching. If you made it this far, appreciate all your views and your subscriptions, and have a good one. Later.